In the series Touching the Third Rail, we will be discussing the most dangerous subjects surrounding the UFO phenomenon and its impact on our society. So, if you're not prepared to be shocked and have your most fundamental beliefs challenged and your worldview upended, I suggest that you close this and go back to watching the local news or whatever you are into. But if you're like us, then strap in, because today it's about to get real. The Rendlesham Forest incident, often called Britain's Roswell, took place over late December 1980 outside the joint-use military bases of RAF Bentwaters and RAF Woodbridge in Suffolk, England. Night 1, December 26, 1980. Around 3 a.m., security patrols near the east gate of RAF Woodbridge reported strange lights dropping into Rendlesham Forest. Airman First Class John Burroughs and Sergeant Jim Penniston were among the military personnel sent to investigate off-base, believing a light aircraft might have crashed. When they approached the source of the lights inside the forest, their radio signals broke down. They reported seeing a glowing object moving through the trees and hovering near the forest floor, causing nearby farm animals to panic. In later years, Penniston claimed he got close enough to inspect a triangular craft, touch its hull, and receive a mental transmission of binary code, though his immediate official reports described only flickering red, white, and blue lights. Night 2, December 27, 1980. The next morning, military investigators returned to the site and found 3 distinct impressions on the ground in a triangular pattern, along with snapped branches and unusually elevated radiation levels. Night 3, December 28, 1980. The activity escalated when Deputy Base Commander Lieutenant Colonel Charles Thurster Halt took a team back into the woods to investigate the site himself. Equipped with a radiation counter, night vision equipment, and a microcassette tape recorder, Halt recorded live audio as he and his team observed multiple glowing objects in the sky. Halt described seeing a bright red/orange light moving through the trees that split into multiple smaller lights. Later, he recorded 3 star-like objects in the night sky that shone beams of light down toward the ground, including directly onto the base perimeter and the weapons storage area. Key fallout and skepticism. Official memo. Lieutenant Colonel Halt filed a formal memorandum to the British Ministry of Defence detailing the sightings, radar anomalies, and ground impressions, along with his live audio tape recording. Official conclusion. The UK Ministry of Defence concluded the incident posed no threat to national security and chose not to pursue a full defence investigation. Skeptical explanations. Skeptics and researchers later suggested the sightings were a combination of a bright fireball meteor on Night 1, the sweeping beacon of the nearby Orfordness Lighthouse, and bright stars visible through the trees. Health and declassification. Years later, John Burroughs successfully sued the US government to gain access to classified military medical records, claiming the radiation he was exposed to in the forest during the incident caused severe health complications. During the Rendlesham Forest encounter, military personnel reported severe physical and neurological side effects following their close-range exposure. Airman First Class John Burroughs experienced the most publicized health impact, developing a serious mitral valve defect in his heart, along with systemic radiation-like symptoms. After decades of fighting for his classified military medical records, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs officially recognized his condition in 2015, granting him full disability benefits for injuries caused by ionizing radiation exposure during the incident. Other personnel, including Staff Sergeant Jim Penniston, reported long-term neurological distress, insomnia, severe fatigue, skin irritation, and trauma consistent with high-energy electromagnetic fields. Regarding the binary download, Jim Penniston claimed that when he walked up to the landed triangular craft on December 26, 1980, he reached out and touched the glass-like glyphs etched on its hull. He described experiencing a blinding flash of light and an immediate mental download of ones and zeros. Unable to sleep, Penniston jotted down 16 pages of binary code into his notebook the following day. The code sat unanalyzed for nearly 30 years until it was decoded using standard ASCII translation. The decrypted text contained phrases such as exploration of humanity, continuous for planetary advance, and listed an origin year of 8100, leading some to speculate the craft was operated by time-traveling future humans. Embedded alongside the message were precise geographical coordinates pointing to famous ancient and spiritual sites around the globe, including the Great Pyramid of Giza, the Nazca Lines in Peru, Sedona, and the mythical sunken island of High Brazil. For more background on the mysterious code and its tie to military personnel, you can watch Britain's Roswell, Rendlesham UFO binary warning, which breaks down the binary message and the military fallout surrounding the incident. Colonel Charles Halt and the 2001 Disclosure Project. National Press Club event, May 9, 2001. Organized by Dr. Stephen Greer. The event brought together over 20 former military, government, and intelligence witnesses at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. to present sworn testimony regarding military encounters with unidentified aerial phenomena. Highest-ranking officer testimony as the former deputy base commander of RAF Bentwaters/Woodbridge, Lieutenant Colonel Charles I. Halt was among the highest-ranking military officials to testify publicly. He verified the authenticity of his official 1981 memo to the UK Ministry of Defence and his live 18-minute microcassette audio recording captured on the night of December 28, 1980. Core claims. Halt testified that the craft maneuvered intelligently through the forest, emitted localized beams of light into base perimeter zones and weapons storage areas, and exhibited technology far exceeding known military capabilities. He strongly refuted official explanations, attempting to dismiss the event as lighthouse beacons, stars, or a practical joke. 46-year unwavering military consensus. Consistency across all primary witnesses. Across more than 4 decades, since December 1980, the primary military personnel involved, including Lieutenant Colonel Charles Halt, Airman First Class John Burroughs, and Staff Sergeant Jim Penniston, have consistently maintained that the event was an encounter with an unknown physical craft. Sworn affidavits. In 2010, Colonel Halt executed a formal, legally binding affidavit reiterating his eyewitness account, stating under penalty of perjury that the events occurred as reported, and alleging that senior authorities engaged in a covert effort to suppress the event. Corroborated military record. Rather than fracturing or retracting their statements, over time, the personnel's collective accounts led to the declassification of official military medical records, radar reports, and administrative memos, solidifying Rendlesham Forest as one of the most thoroughly documented military UAP events on record. That brings us to the end of today's deep dive. Thank you so much to everyone who stayed all the way through to the end. It's your support that keeps this investigation going.